Now we are.
Let's start with Trish Williams. Played since week 16.
Lip.
What can you tell
I know. Let's get tilted so we don't see more than just our heads.
What, you want to see
I need more of a headshot.
balls?
Whoop. We're still eating. Here we go. We got Welcome to Daz on here. These won't be the way. Even if they're up there. All right, folks. Pardon the eating and chewing morning. We're live, as we say, from Lip Cave. In the Lip Cave studio here in Pennsville.
The Lip Cave.
At the Data Ranch.
The Data Ranch.
We're here with the Datas this morning. It's been a while for me. What's been 2 weeks for me or something?
Yeah.
I was off and Wayne did it by himself.
Well, you were kind of on.
Well, I talked, which was cool. I got the call in, and then Wayne was a little down. I like how when he's off, he puts the note out. We just won't be having it today. See you next week. Didn't say he was sick or anything. Never put, on one hand, Keith's ill. He's not feeling good. Tummy ache. So anyway, we are both back. Feels good to be back here a little bit. Talk about some things. Just there again, for those that listen, are going to say, well, we already know this stuff. Good for you. Those that know that. It's for us to talk about, for us to do. So if you know it, let it slide right on through that. How about
go listen to The Edge. Listen to parts.
Go listen to ESPN because I already know everything they're saying too. But now we're not picking on certain people. Well, we are, but we'll be nameless. We'll let that group go. How about the?
And we talk about everything. Everything.
I got the floor. Right.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Just chime
Wayno and I are
because you say I don't talk enough.
Oh well, this is true, but that's a good thing because when you do chime up, you have some things that I sometimes don't know about, which mostly is the local news. I get it, but that's good.
Browns are going to beat the Ravens today. I
kind of feel jumping into the. You still, and I'm going to let you know, when you got yourself a tight end, I saw that was a good choice. You usually just go in there. And I do. If I need somebody, I just pick the best player available in that position for the points. But you still have 2 spots left on your roster. I mean, I don't know how your roster got when you drop a player, you should always drop and then get a player right back that's there. You must have dropped 2 players a while ago.
I did.
And you never replenished them. But yeah, I was just letting you know. See, he's got spots he can fill. Fill them up with the best people that are out there now so nobody else goes, I need a player. Oh, I'm going to get this guy. You don't get the chance to get him. But are they playing? Who's playing over? Is there no game abroad today?
I think this is the last game.
In Germany, this one?
Yeah, what channel is that coming on?
I thought it's ESPN 2, isn't it?
Let's see if I can get it on here.
I thought. Well, wait a minute. I guess it ain't. Well, what's it now? It comes on at 9. I wonder if somebody else is carrying it.
Let's see here.
Anyway, folks, we're just looking for the. Wayno says this is the last week.
That's what I thought they said on the radio this morning.
Over in England or Germany, wherever they're playing this from, but I don't see it showing. Oh, go to HF 860. There it is. Right?
Yeah, New England's in there, out there again?
Were they there already?
I thought they were. Maybe not. I don't know.
I don't think so. I think he can only beat once, but maybe you just thought somebody was and this is going to be kind of a who gives a crap game, but
Yeah, the Colts and the Patriots.
I think that getting into football here. New England's a couple years away again. They got to find their way again. Lost everything. I mean, obviously you lose your quarterback, and then the rest of the team just goes to hell. A few people leave, and you don't sign this one and that one. But they need a couple drafts to replenish some areas, that they're weak in. They got a good running back. I don't know about their quarterback situation, how that's working out. How about the Giants? They're going to start
that rookie.
What's he, the third stringer, really?
Yeah.
That they drafted. I know it's a rough game to start somebody against playing Dallas. And Dallas is coming off a chip on their shoulder with playing us.
Yeah. And
they ain't happy. So I guarantee you, I'd love to say this. I guarantee you Dallas is going to win, and I jinx them so they lose. But I doubt if that's going to happen. But anyway, it's going to be tough for the kid. Now, is that home or Giants Stadium or Dallas? I should get on my phone here a little bit. We're not all queued up like everybody wants us to be.
It's all right. Some days we're on, some days we're on.
No,
we don't get paid, right?
Yeah, we don't get paid for this, people. We're getting ready to sign a big contract with Snapple for commercials.
And ESPN, because they're going to give us breaking news on Sundays.
Yeah, we're signing a thing where we get breaking news before they do. So we're actually going to report to ESPN and let them know what's going on.
Your buddies are going to be talking about us.
They'll know. Nah, I don't think half of them watch it. They watch one or two times. They're like, I'm not watching this. Whatever. We don't need you. Nobody likes you. We don't care. Is that the Eagles? Nobody likes us. We don't care.
Yeah, exactly.
Eagles are on a bye this week. I know you all know that. So
we don't care.
We just calm it down a little bit now. Or
Oh,
tired of this mess.
That's right. That's right.
So we're healing up here. The Eagles are. Goddard's going to be out for a month. I heard Goddard.
Niners are on a bye too, ain't they? That sucks too because they was a downward spiral.
I had Goddard on my fantasy team. I actually dropped him.
Well, he's out for
4 weeks or so. I'm not waiting on that. He didn't do much anyway. When you had one good week for fantasy. So I went and picked up a good backup. Komet from the
my whole damn team
Bears.
was on IR. In the one leg, I had 3 players.
If you didn't have them on IR, you had them on bye, and you have anybody. I don't know what you're doing.
Chase Young, he finally signed with the Commanders. That defensive end.
I thought he signed with the Niners.
I mean,
he went from
the Niners.
Went from the Commanders. Oh,
yeah.
That's why I talk, people. Just saying.
They lowered their asking price.
That's what I do. I'm sure you weren't aware of it, but one of the 76er baseball players got hit last night by a car in Philly.
No shit.
Walking near his home in Philly. He lives on Broad and Locust. And I guess, I don't know if he was on Broad Street or Locust. It didn't really give a whole lot of information, so I only have what I read. Don't even know his injuries. Do know that he said he will miss considerable amount of time, but he was released from the hospital last night.
Well, that's good.
So he's not right. I guess he's just banged up pretty good, but not anything to keep him in the hospital. Yeah, it was a hit and run too, because he said the car left. I don't know. Well, like I said, where he was is all I know. He was walking near his home. He got hit. There was a white car, and they sped off. And I don't know if he saw that laying down, what it was, or who it was. It's under investigation. Yeah, of course, I'm sure where he is, where he was walking, there's a lot of security cameras all over on the poles and here and there, and we'll hope anyway. So we kind of hope he gets well soon, because he was averaging like 16 points a game. And doing really well. He was a guy I was kind of following for them, that they picked him up in the Harden trade. He was one of the players we got along with Covington.
Dallas is playing him.
Okay, Dallas is home. All right. But so we hope his name Kelly Oubre Jr. speedy recovery. Not that anybody's watching for that, but hope the guy, wish the guy well. Yeah, Sixers are doing good. What is 7-1?
Yeah, what are the Clippers?
Huh?
Because Clippers got Harding.
Oh,
I think they were on a 2-game losing streak.
Clippers blow. Poop on me.
That freaking Harding, man, he's a jack.
Ever since he's left, I'll tell you, when he left, I think there was a lot of dissension in this team with him. There were a lot of people weren't, regardless of how good he was back in the day, he really didn't. He did some good things with us, but he didn't do what they thought he was going to do.
No. I thought
he disrupted. He seemed like I don't know. Him and Embiid they didn't gel. It wasn't a group that gelled together with him on the court. Now that he's left, they got the loosest bunch you ever want to watch play. Embiid, it looks like an all-star already. We got to keep him healthy. He really looks good. I think he looks like he's running up and down the court better this year than he did last. I know he was hurt at the end of last year too.
Yeah,
kind of. He wasn't fully healthy, but he really looks good this year. And everybody's playing well. I'm telling you, you got to watch a game. You know, a lot of times people say, I don't like watch a whole game of baseball. Watch a half then. Watch the second half if you want. I don't care. But they've been on. They're just everybody's hitting. Bench players are coming off doing their role. And I think the Sixers, if they can stay healthy, there again, we lost a guy for a considerable amount of time. He's probably, when they say that, I'm going to guess he's going to be out at least 2 to 3 months. Considerable games.
That's all I was going to say. Probably 6 weeks.
I would say probably more towards 8 weeks missing. Maybe we'll know the extent of the injuries eventually. They haven't released. I looked on everything I could look on news-wise of what the injuries were. But here's a guy that's released. So he might have been a shoulder injury, a side hit. Hopefully nothing got broke. Obviously, they didn't say anything about that. And if he was released, he must have walked out on his own. I looked even this morning trying to find some more. You always try to find the latest news. Like something will say this was posted 16 hours ago. I looked for something posted, 30 minutes ago or an hour ago, but I didn't see anything that was along that line. So, but anyway, so we'll. It's going to be a little different. Not watching. We can watch football today, but the Eagles not playing. I really am still.
What game are you going to try to watch?
I don't know. I haven't even looked at it, bud, to see what the lineup is as far as that goes. But
I hope the Dallas game's on. That'll probably be on because that's.
I really am not happy with Hats off to the Eagles. They're 8-1. Go ahead. That's fine. Technically, if they had the team, I thought they would have had with the secondary. They have the team. The secondary hasn't played good to me
At all.
I don't know. Out of 9 games, you might pick one. I don't even know which one to tell you because it isn't important that way because there's so many games where they can't cover anybody. And what's with Bradbury?
I don't know.
And somebody else mentioned that.
I would pass.
Well, Wayno's always said this. I said this to
Okay.
Joy. I said, Wayno's big thing is to let everybody know in the NFL, and of course they don't have to. They already know. You just pass on the Eagles and you're going to not win maybe, but you're going to do good. You can't run against us because we've got the best rush against record. I think we're only allowing 60 yards a game in rushing. So we got that down, but Bradbury looks terrible. They play off of I don't like this business of playing well. I watched some college yesterday. Of course, that's college. I get it. But I'm just saying for how the guys cover the guy in front of them right up on the line. Right? If he's here, you're here. Yeah. And then you go with him. Not play. If I was
what they call coverage or something like that.
Yeah, but whatever. I mean, I'm just saying you're going to have to back up eventually when he starts. But you're bumping me. If you're that good, you'll be able to keep with him. If you're starting back 5 yards and he wants to do a route and you're going to back up because he's coming out and cuts in front of you, he can get that ball across the middle every time. Yeah. If that's what you want to play, that's what you do.
To the Eagles today, man.
Huh?
You're being nice about the Eagles today.
Well,
fucking big play sling. Going to play 10 yards off of a receiver.
I'm being nice because it's.
I'd be like, yo, man, take three steps, turn around. I'll hit
they
you,
call
man.
me Mr. Nice. Call me douche. It's just it's not good. So I'm hoping we can work some things out on this off. You're really off 2 weeks. You finished last week. You don't play this week, then you don't play again till next Sunday. So you have almost a 14-day, a 12-day. You have a 12-day layoff, not a week.
So what What's our record going to be out of the next 3 games? We play Kansas City, Buffalo, and then the Niners.
Well, you only really have to
think
cover.
we can
You only
still-
have to cover a main one in Kansas City. I mean, I know they got other receivers than Kels, Travis. So I'm not saying that, but their big thing is he controls the ball across the middle. If you can shut their run down and keep him under wraps,
And that's the other thing.
there's a lot of ifs, but I think he can beat Kansas City.
That's
Put
the other thing with the
pressure
Eagles.
on Helms.
You hit that guy over the middle, man. We can never cover anybody that's in the middle ever.
CeeDee Lamb burns you every time when he comes. He's out here, comes down across, and he goes this way across. He takes the ball. Boom. I did.
And why don't you take because Slay probably don't want to play that, but put Slay in the middle to cover that guy. It's their top receiver, and it's big play Slay, so he's supposed to be our top corner. He's too much of a pud knocker. He's oh god.
Nobody ever remembers when you're doing the show when you tell them this person, Terry. Good morning, how you two love birds? Well, I'm doing the show right now. She said, oh my God. I don't know how low bird is.
So Philly's gonna have their arena football team back, the Philadelphia Soul.
I saw that.
They made that official last week. I figured all along they would. It was probably one of the top teams in the Arena Football League who have more championship rings than the Eagles. I mean, I know they only played half a field, but
right.
So I'm looking. I like arena football. I don't know how many people like it, but I like it.
I know. I don't say I don't like it. It's not my thing, like because I'm used to the NFL football. But if you want to watch something that's fast paced and guys, that didn't make the NFL are on it, more or less to me. I'm just saying I'm not knocking them, and they got these receivers, or they're on it, and 2, 3, 4 games into the season. If they try to make the NFL, and maybe a team picks them up for somehow, how that goes, that's good because a lot of them would like to get back to the NFL because they didn't. But it's good. It's for those guys that came out of college that didn't get drafted.
Kurt Warner even played arena football.
Yeah. So I'm okay with it. It's just it's different.
Yeah.
I was more into the USFL when they played.
Are they still? They fold up again?
I don't see there. I don't know. We don't know enough about this stuff.
Because before, in the beginning of the season, USFL was coming back, the XFL was coming back, and then arena football was coming back. But all the other ones, they folded up. So any word on what the Phillies are going to do with Nola?
I don't think they're going to sign him.
Yeah, he wants too much money, I think, right?
Yeah, he wants a big deal. He wants what was it, a $7 7-year deal for like $30 million a year.
He thinks he's going to be around for 7 more years. Looks like he's declining.
Where's it? Let's get some of these people we know. Where the hell's DeSantis at?
Yeah, DeSantis. We need to hear some more.
Well, I mean, I don't even see his name. I'm trying to let people know here. I don't even see him, Ralph. We're live, bub. Call in.
Get your head out of your ass.
Come on, Dabo. Every time you type something, blind as a bat.
We got 2 people watching.
Oh, whoopee! I shouldn't be that way. I'm terrible I'm just want to be a dick all the time.
It's all right.
I'm
used to you being a dick.
Well, you are, but they're not. They'll be like, boy, a couple of us decide to watch, and he's like, who gives a shit? Nah, folks, we're glad you're watching. Look, this is what we do. This is my way to laugh and have a good time. I can't find DeSantis' name on here. Here it is. He's probably getting ready for church, which I understand.
I'm gonna run for township committee next time.
Oh my God! You want me to be your running partner?
Yeah, man, we could do it.
Oh God, here I can see this mess.
You, me, and John Dyer. Woo! John Dyer. John Dyer's a cool guy. I don't know.
I don't know him, but I know
I
the
don't know
Dyer
too much-
family.
I don't know
Complete.
too much about was it Fitchett that was running with him? I don't know too much about.
Well, these guys are all online active, so I've let them know. Like you can tell he's at. So I said we're live.
Ralph's bowling.
Oh, that's right. I forgot, Ralph. You're probably bowling that Sunday morning. Sunday morning snooch league. No, I think you're right. I think it's a league they do with their wives. What do you call that league? It's not a co-ed. They call it a mixed league where you can have women and men on the same team. Whatever. Douche and douche. I'm telling you, dude.
You know, with the wives.
I think. Look.
Who does that?
Wives are women, so you don't have to have a wife, but you got to have a woman. Anyway,
but they're married, right?
No, Chris, no, they never did that. Nope, not yet. Anyway, so that'd be cool. Hey, get married so we can go to the reception.
Yeah,
that's what we're looking for. We're just looking for a good time. I'm not.
You know what? Let me call Tammy and say, you know what? We're not having a freaking wedding.
Well, let's just get together, right?
We're done. Then we'll have a big bash.
Tell her I'll write a piece of paper and sign an agreement for you two on it, and then just have the bash. You don't need all this other stuff's money.
When me and her get married, she's going to have 4 margaritas. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm making her drink 4 margaritas.
Give me 1 margarita.
5.
Yeah, well, I want to see you put it in her.
Hell, you watching me.
What? Do you have to be like oohing right now?
You get to look at me.
You know, if I said that to Ralph, you know what he'd say? You got it, bud. Get back there and get busy with me. That's some bitches don't. He said, I'll get the front, you get the back. That's how he is. And Ralph, my bud. The other one's like, ew, get away. I mean, hell no. I'll be like, pick that thing up and rub it in. So anyway, I mean, we've only touched on little things. Continue to talk. Or is there anything else you want to? I'm trying to cover all the sports in one thing. Things come to your mind. You got to be ready to go. Flyers are on a little bit of roll. I think they won 2 in a row.
Who?
The Flyers. Oh, here we go.
The Flyers.
Who?
No, I didn't hear you.
Oh, there's a hockey team in Philly?
No, actually, you didn't hear me.
I'm sorry. I know. I thought you weren't being yourself. Because you've done that. Who? What team's that?
That's
the Phillies. Who?
No, the Sixers, you said?
The ones that choked?
Who? The Sixers.
76ers.
I don't even know who the hell they are.
Philadelphia 76ers. They're playing good ball. Flyers are 7-7 right now. 7-7-1.
Go Celtics.
7-7. Good drink. But they're young. I think this team's going to have a lot of its ups and downs, but I'll be honest with you. It's not this year is going to happen. Don't get me wrong. I'm not one to. They're not going anywhere special, but they're building on something between the next 3 years because they want to get that guy out of that whatever the one they drafted, that hot Russian player, whatever.
Oh yeah.
Was. And he's young, but he's a stud. He's a star. And he's going to be. But you don't just people always think hockey's different. You don't draft a player and he plays rare that he plays the year you draft.
That's the guy I asked you about.
Yeah.
Why they draft him if he can't start?
It does. It's just because you have to build it. That's how you build the system. That's how you get your players is get these kids out of college. Some of them out of well, not high school, but get them out of their college and then draft them. But they don't play right away. I mean, yeah, I don't know if Sidney Crosby did his first year. There are exceptions to the rule.
Right.
But there's not a lot of exceptions. Even though this kid's that good, he's going to take a few years to get up to speed of the NHL hockey level. So, but I think it will. So, a couple of years. But our biggest issue is consistency with the goalie. Carter Hart's good. Then he's not. Then he's up. He's down. I thought he was going to be the answer. I really thought this guy was the answer when they got it. First year that he played, he was phenomenal. Phenomenal, dude. Stopped everything.
I remember that.
And then all of a sudden, and then he had an injury or two, minor injuries, nothing like that are majors, but they kept him out for a little bit. And he got hurt. He got a lower body, mid body, lower body injury. Then he had an upper body injury. Yeah, I was not going to be one of them ones that are injury proof.
I couldn't run for township committee, dude.
No, because you got.
No, because if I ran for township committee, and I actually got elected on that, I'd be the cause of 2 deaths in Pennsylvania. 2 of my neighbors would stroke the fuck out. They would.
What's this?
The one guy's daughter. I don't want to mention any names. That's the Dob And Wayno Show mentioned you on there. Wayno said you'd have a stroke.
I know who it is. I know who you're talking about, and he was a police chief
Woo.
at one time.
Oh man,
I think I'd run with you just to stroke you out.
just for the heck of it. It'll give us a reason to drink.
Yeah, that. We'll be in Raps tonight. Anybody wants to talk politics with us? No, I'm just kidding.
Shoot, there'll be more F-bombs dropped in there in the township committee meeting.
Listen,
in the first
folks,
10 minutes in there that has been the whole time.
The two that's watching, I got the floor now.
You listen when I'm talking. You
It's just
understand
messing
what I'm
with you.
saying?
We ain't been together in 2 weeks, and this is kind of it's rough for us because we usually bounce stuff off each other all week. You know, I don't get to see him much at work now. He is back to working with our organization. Why they took him back, I don't know. But that's not my business.
Because I got a boiler license.
I do know. I shouldn't say that. Quote unquote, he has a boiler license. Quote unquote. There you go. But it's good to have him back. High school is where he is. I'm gonna give out all the dirt, but that's good because they needed an operator, needed somebody else there to work with the other one. So we won't say.
There's another one there.
Oh yeah. He's mostly by himself, but. Anyway, I'm not saying anything bad. Just
he does all right.
He's okay. I just wish he'd look a little more of the mold of a custodian and not somebody that came off the track, you know, or not somebody that's a coach. I know that's what he's going to school with. Is he still going to school? Because I didn't know he's still taking his classes. Next time you get a chance, ask him. Because you know Ronnie and them last year. When you were where you were. Classes? No, he was. Carter's taking classes at the college to become a gym teacher.
Oh, really?
And to become involved in that. He would let him go around noon. And I guess he had to clock out.
Yeah,
and then he would go to
he's not leaving
not now.
Right.
Oh, but I don't know if he's taking night classes though. He could also take stuff after 2:30. I don't know. He did this mostly too during the summer. He had a summer course. Yeah, I asked him, say, hey, are you just pop it up like, are you still taking classes at the college for becoming a gym teacher or phys ed or whatever you call that? It doesn't mean it's a gym teacher. Physical education or I don't know, whatever. But anyway, I mean, that's right up his alley. I mean, the dude could do it, but he's, to me, you know, I'm not going to say he. I'll just say people like that are just, he's not assertive enough. He will do stuff work-wise, but it's almost like they're laid back and don't want you. Just like one of the ones Ronnie let go, you know, who shall be nameless, mention no names, was so laid back, never did anything on the guy's own. When you got something on there come up? No. When you got to be told what to do all the time, that ain't good business. So, people call in, tell your friends, tell somebody to watch us.
Got breaking news, dude.
Breaking news, and we're live with breaking news.
Iceland declares state of emergency. There you go. There's some breaking news. Iceland, state of emergency.
Oh, AJ's on. Good morning, AJ. Glad you turned us on, bub. You are one of our. I got to give AJ a shout out. One of our more consistent followers that will turn on, watch when he gets a minute, when he can, and that's what we like. Mm-hmm. Since you're a teacher, you can spread the word to all your students and teachers to turn the Dob And Wayno Show on live on YouTube on Sunday mornings. Spread the word, bro. It might be a little something in your stocking this year.
Biden might have a full blown.
Slip something in there, good for you. Say hi to the missus for me, and I hope the baby's doing well, Sutton. Getting big, I do see in pictures, growing like a weed. They will do that.
You got weed?
Not yet.
We could blaze up.
I could use some to get through this. We could blaze up. Could you imagine? I mean, look, blazing up, the smoke all in front of the camera.
That's 70s show, baby.
Man, what's that up there? God, blaze that. Jeez. I'm looking one way. I've got ESPN.
That's adult comedy.
When does this game start? Is it a little late?
No, they just did the national.
Well, let's get cracking. What time is it?
9:30.
Oh, well, it's 9:32. I thought they kicked off at 9:30. I'm my bad. You would think they would, but anyway. I mean, we kick it off at 9. What can I tell you? Were we at 9 right away? Yeah, we were live, weren't we?
Yeah,
We're a little late. Run my mouth a little bit. We were walking around getting coffee. You know, like I said, we're first week back. You know, for me in 2 weeks, for Wayno in a week. But so for sport wise, we've pretty much touched on a little bit. Yeah, I don't think they're going back to just saying something about Nola. I'll be honest. I wouldn't. I don't think I'd sign him for the money. If I could get him in a better deal, if they could work a better deal to keep him for less money, then maybe yeah. But it's look, we got to where we were and then folded, and it wasn't his fault. I'm not partially some pitching, hitting. Look, dude, they've been saying they were going to shop Castellanos. Well, Nick Castellanos, I always can't get that name. Nick Castellanos, shop him around. And now they're saying, no, they're not going to do that. They're going to keep him and work with it. These guys that were hot in the first 2 series, Miami and Atlanta, and then you get to this one. How do you do that? I don't want to hear they're tired because somebody was, well, you know, that's a couple series they're tired. So is the other team, and they kicked our butt. So there are people that say that too. Same way with hockey. Well, they're tired by the time they get to the – so if they don't make it, it's well, you got to do a better job then and not be tired. But not that I'm saying that's what was said. Just saying that's kind of the stuff that goes around. All right, so we've just kicked the ball off here at the Indiana-New England game over at Frankfurt. But we'll see. I think he's going to make a lot of money. Harper will play first base permanently.
That's good. He did good.
Don't think they're going to keep Hoskins. I think they'll move on from Reese Hoskins. So, and this guy that we have owner-wise is a pretty good dude as far as getting people in and moving people around, making trades, making deals. So I'm hoping we figure something out here. Here's another thing I got to say about it. The Phillies did nothing but hit the long ball in a way in that series. Situational hitting is not a thing this team does well. And the team that beat you was teams that were banging out singles out here, double out here, hit. All we did was rely on the home run, and it dried up. It went for the first 2 series really well, and then it just disappeared. Harper can't do it all. No, hats off to him. He had a great, he did well as he could. Can't do everything, dude. But you got to, you know how many people we left on base in that series? I forget what it was, over 17, 18, 19, I forget. It was somewhere in that area. That's ridiculous. Leave that kind of men on base when you could get these guys in, with situational hitting. Just saying. And I think the Phillies could have ended up winning that series. But didn't happen. Move on from it. They just got to figure out a way. Everybody loves to see home runs, and it's great. I'm still not the biggest fan of Schwarber's. They're going to keep him. They're going to keep him. I don't like him in the leadoff. They think that's what the hell they want that to go. That's not me.
His home runs dried up too in that series.
Yeah, he did. So we'll see what the Phillies do in the offseason.
Get some pitching.
Back to the Eagles. What is it with the D-backs? I mean, why can't they cut? Why are we the worst team against the pass? I just don't. These guys, you think you're supposed to have been pretty good. Now that
what is our ranking?
It's not good. I did see it. I didn't write it down. Isn't anything? I got a couple.
You know what stat? I
got a couple of things I want to show you on my phone.
You know, like when teams go for 4th and 1 and all that. It always seems like if a team goes for 4th and 1 against the Eagles, they always get it.
It also seems like if it's 3rd and 18,
they'll get If
3rd and
18.
I use that because I said, guarantee you, any other team you're thinking, they don't have an answer for this. They'll shut them down. They might get 8-9 yards. This other team, nope. 3rd and 18 against the Eagles, they're going to get 25.
Yeah,
guaranteed. It's going to be a first down. That can't happen. You got to have more 3 and out for the other side.
All week I was trying to find that stat and I couldn't find it.
We just can't cover people. Cannot cover people. Can stop the run like nobody's business. Can blitz, can run. It has been. It isn't just this year. Now, we do get a guy back. We got that one guy. Somebody's coming back after the bye. I can't think of the kid's name now. Unprepared this week. It's not no big deal in a sense. I don't know if he's a rookie or or we brought him in. I thought his last name begins with a B, not Blankenship. He's already there. It's not him. We can Google it. What Philly defensive back comes back after the bye to join the ranks? So that's going to be a little bit of a help move some people around. I hope Bayard that was brought in will settle down a little bit, play a little bit better of a role. He's a good safety and everything. They just don't see first couple games maybe because he's just not up to speed on what the Eagles want him to do. So he'll have the bye week. He played okay in the Dallas game. I just feel we just get burned on pass every time. Wow, look at New England going, bub. I'm just floating.
Pop one off.
One. Phew. We're doing advertising now for Tasty Cake.
After an interesting offseason, oh no, that's shit.
No,
that's way old. I hate fucking Google sometimes.
Caramel apple to die for. We are a couple of nuts. Anyway. All I know is New England's running all.
You talking about Eli Ricks?
No, not. He's already playing. I could have swore it began with a B.
They need to get Penny more involved.
Listing of the Eagles' defensive backs.
Here's some information for.
No. Philadelphia Eagles defensive backs.
Nolan Smith.
According to Sports Illustrated, top 25 Eagles ranked. Hassan Reddick is Philly's best defender.
I didn't ask you that, bitch. What a bimbo. Come on.
This guy, Joe Mobile.
Joe Momo?
He's a tackle. I know you said that.
All right. We're having a good time here. Come on. And this comes up. Congratulations. You won a notebook or.
Just give me your information. I'll give it to him.
I got it here. I'm trying to get to the defensive back. Why is it when you scroll up, it keeps going back to the thing above you? There it is, right there. I get it immediately. B. Roby. Is it Bradley Roby? Broy Roby? B. Roby. B is his first name. Bobby Roby. R-O-B-Y. He's coming back. He's right corner behind Slay. Not Job, because he's off of Bradbury with Ricks. And Bayard, no, it's Roby.
How long's Maddox out? He done for the season?
I don't know. I think he's out for a while. Anyway, that's pretty much sums it up. The other safety, Brown, is he still out? Sidney Brown? The one that backs up Blankenship.
Yeah. But didn't he play against Dallas? Did he get popped? I thought he was playing against.
Oh, okay.
I thought he got burned against Dallas. In the middle there.
Oh, I'm gonna burn you. I can't do this anymore. You got 4 of us here. They just said you got 4 of you here. Anyway, let me read this. I was looking for stuff this morning to have to say and clicked on a few things. Now it's going to be an hour before I find it. Anyway, here's one of them. After 9 games into this season, they compared Jalen Hurts with Patrick Mahomes. Fair enough assessment.
Mm-hmm.
Chiefs are 7-2. We're 8-1. Everybody's a big Patrick Mahomes is the best man. He's having a decent year, but I don't think it's anything else. Anyway, total yards for Mahomes was 2,700 so far. Hurts is 2,663. So there's a difference of 37 yards is all. Total TDs, so that's either passing or rushing them for your quarterback. Hurts has 22 through 9 games. Patrick has 17. 5 more than him. Interceptions are the same for both, 8. And really Hurts has had, this time last year, he didn't have that. He was way down low. I don't know what, didn't show what he had last year. I liked him to compare it last year, but it didn't. I think he might have had like 3 after 9 games, 3 or 4. I don't think he did. I thought he finished with maybe less than 8 or 8 all year. And passer rating 97 through week 9 for Hurts, 96.7. So everybody's coming down on Hurts, this and that, and I was one of them. In some of the wins, he looked terrible. I really feel like the defense is what gave us some of the wins. I mean, he still did his thing. And the receivers got the ball scored. Like A.J. Brown's still hot, but obviously had an off week. His string of 6 games of 125 yards or more ended last week against Dallas. He had like 66 yards, maybe. I think. Still, hey, it's down. It was a good game. It was kind of meant to be. If you're gonna go down to a team, you want to go down to a good team that shuts you down. I mean, the Jets didn't shut him down, even though we lost that game. But I kind of figured Dallas with him, that coverage was,
I mean, I know
we had to pick and choose our plays.
Dallas isn't really that bad of a team.
No, they're not. They're not really that bad of a team. They just have some issues where they don't finish, though.
Right.
So we've found a way, because the Eagles used to be that way a few years back. Now, we've been good for a couple years. Yeah, won a Super Bowl in 17, whatever. But when they're not winning games, they weren't finishing games.
Right.
They'd get a lead. Second. Now, back in the 70s and 80s, they were what they called a fourth quarter team. They always did good in the fourth quarter. For a while after that, we would fold in the fourth quarter, and teams would beat us if they were close. We'd lose those games. That's not the case anymore. They're figuring out a way, literally, to win those games. That's why, to me, one of the reasons why we're 8-1 is because we just don't give it up, and then we find that way to, in the end, have the winning, have the score, lead and score to win those games instead of losing 27-24. We're winning those games.
Right.
The other thing I printed was, this is just stupid. This is something stupid. This is from, Yes, We Are an Eagles Nation's one of the, I think you're in it too, one of the groups we follow, one of the Eagles groups that you can follow from Philly.
Which one was it, you remember?
It's this one right here. Yes, We Are an Eagles Nation.
Yeah.
So I follow it. This guy, Sylvester Gooden, he's an Eagles fan because I clicked on his page. On him, he's got all kind of Eagles stuff all on and everything. He makes this quote. Oh, no, he didn't. He posted this. He didn't make the quote. This guy, Ernie. He's posting this from Ernie, whoever Ernie is. I didn't click on. He says, I guarantee you if you gave any Eagles fan the opportunity to become a Cowboys fan without the hate for it, 10 out of 10 people would make the switch. Are you delusional right now? I mean, this Ernie guy, you'd give any Eagles fan right now, if he's a true Eagles fan, he's not doing that. But anybody that's an Eagles fan that just started following, I'm going to go from an 8-1 team to a 5-3 team. For what reason? Where would even be the reason of anything to follow that?
The rings, man.
He said 10 out of 10.
The rings.
Yeah.
It's all about the rings.
It's all about the 5 rings that you got back when I was 10. I'm 66, by the way. That's a little long, I know. The last ring they got, maybe, or was it 94?
95, I think it was.
It was early. It was somewhere in the 90s. Let's just say that part. Troy Aikman was playing back then. Is he still alive?
The Dallas Cowboys won the Super Bowl.
We're being nasty. This is what we do. Got to have fun with this. Whoever made that statement, like I said, this Ernie, the Sylvester Gooden guy was an Eagles fan. He's the one posted. My bad. I thought he was the one jumping on saying that because there are some people in this Eagles, some of these groups, We Are Eagles Nation, that are not Eagles fans. They're just in there to troll and to blast Eagles fans for different things. And then eventually they can get thrown off the group. They can get got out and how that goes about, but they kick them off the group. But anywho, I thought that was just a little tidbit.
95, 96.
There you go. Wayno was right. He said 95. So the 95-96 season was the last Super Bowl they won. Now, yeah, okay, they got 5 Super Bowls. Well, you went from a time when even we were in games back in the 80s, won a Super Bowl in 1980, we're in a lot of this series. Has won some NFC championships, just didn't win the big one. Every year that we kind of thought we were going to win back in the 80s, 90s, and maybe early 2000s, we lost. But now we're the team that's in it most of the time, and we've won one, which we should have won another. Technically, we should be 2 Super Bowls into this thing, but we're more like the team that's built, the team that has, what do I want to say, the chance to win every year, chance to be in the playoffs every year and go to the Super Bowl. Not necessarily, win it, but just kind of like how New England did. But New England won a lot of Super Bowls, so got to give them that. When they got there, they didn't fold. So hopefully the Eagles this year will continue on with good success, stay healthy, get into this Super Bowl and win it.
It's good, Minshew. Colts going to the Super Bowl. Minshew's the quarterback.
I'm a little close in the back here. Can you see the sign? In case you can't. There's the number. What's the number, Wayno?
856-430-2483.
If you want to call in, this is the time to do it. The call board's starting to light up.
Our
We're going to have
show's
to be
your
taking
show.
some calls here soon, but we will fit you in. Ralph, we know you're bowling over in Delaware with your semi-pro team. Oh, that's right. With the mixed, we're bowling for mixed doubles now. It's a mixed league. I think him and Mike, and they're all bowling. So you're no good to us. Everybody got their fantasy teams. AJ, how's the fantasy team doing?
I'm getting
Usually give us a little tidbit on how you're making out. I am 7-2 in the league that doesn't matter as much. Wayno's league. And I am up and coming in the money league, but right now I'm probably about 5th overall out of 10. But I'm 5-4. But if I continue to win, I think Ralph's only a game ahead of me. And I think he's 6-3. And I'm 5-4 in that league. But I think I can. I made a couple little moves. Hey, I picked up. I noticed that Taysom Hill was doing good for the New England lately. And he didn't start out so good. Really on fire as far as the position that he's in. And because he's tight end listed. And I got him in both legs and added him to the roster. I think he's going to do some good things here in the next couple of weeks. Hopefully. But I got a good feeling about it anyway. Is anybody beating me? We don't have anything coming up on our board, do we?
Nope.
Sharon, where are you at this today? Any word on her?
No, she just had that surgery a few weeks ago.
Well, we've been saying that for a few weeks, and I've been out for a year. So
I know, 2 years, isn't it?
I tell you, I go away for a couple of weeks, place folds up, but I am back. So what you see is what you get.
I'm grandpa again.
Wayne, you should have said that right the frick away.
No,
Take
no,
over.
no.
Take over.
Take over. So yeah, I'm a grandpa again. This makes my 3rd.
Congratulations to Wayne. He's
Got a granddaughter, Nikita. Keanu's my oldest grandson, and then we got the new grandson. I call him Nick. He's got 5 different first names.
Which Messiah is one of them.
Yeah.
Which really there's only one Messiah, but just saying.
Messiah has returned.
Might as well call him Jesus, which is Spanish for Jesus. Well, no, let me spell it that way. Spelled the same way. Because Ronnie always gets that confused. Our boss.
Speaking of Jesus.
Ronnie. Jesus spelled J-E-S-U-S. And Ronnie says, the kid over to Valley Park, Jesus, I don't know his name. I said, Ronnie, it's Jesus. I mean, you know his name. You just can't remember it. It's spelled like Jesus, but it ain't Jesus. It's Jesus. Whoever.
When I was manager for Jesus, when he worked for me.
Right.
I had, I hooked my phone up to my car. So, talking and everything. Every time Jesus would call me, he'd be like, Jesus is calling.
Wow. Yeah, right. I know it comes up that way. Well, AJ has just informed us that has informed us that he is 7-2 in the league and leading the league right now. Congratulations to the leading the league. Where's is this the league Adams in, and how good's he doing? Mr. Fantasy Football there.
Who, Adams?
I wouldn't carry two good quarterbacks, Keith, if I was you. Just have the one. And, well, I got two good quarterbacks. Hurts is on a bye, and Josh Allen's starting for me this week. So I'm just saying. Well, we do what we do. Here we go. We got a call in. Get it one of these days.
Hello.
Hello.
Turn her down.
I had, I was busy cooking scrambled eggs for breakfast.
Oh, well, are you bringing any over? Oh, that's right. You're a few miles away.
Just an hour
Right.
and a half.
It
Well,
was
just,
gone by the time I got there.
Call Grubhub and tell them to deliver it.
She's an hour and a half. If she puts Jimmy behind the wheel, he'll be here in 45 minutes.
But, you know what? Well, AJ's got a couple guys I got. He's not quite a few, but he's got a few anyway. That's cool. So
what's new?
What's new?
Nothing. How's that new grandbaby doing?
He's doing good. Messiah.
We are talking live right now with Sharon Wayno's mom, asking about the grandbaby.
Yeah.
Yeah, the grandbaby's doing, from what I can see, the pictures looking good. So, you know.
Charlotte,
Number 3.
yeah, Charlotte and the grandkids will be there at your house on the 23rd.
Oh, will they?
They're coming
Yeah.
today. Oh wow, 23rd.
As long
Okay.
as nobody's sick.
Right. Right.
Exactly.
She don't want that baby to get sick.
No, definitely don't want to ever go around anybody when they're sick, or
Really.
especially with what goes around this world period now.
Really. Are they going Thanksgiving?
No. They're going to do.
I think that's a smart move.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So what'd you say? What was you cooking?
I was cook scrapple and cheese omelet.
Oh man, I am so hungry. Good Lord. I'll be right down. Whip one up for me. Ooh.
Call the Blessed Kitchen.
Yeah, that's a thing of the past. Blessed.
Oh, they're done?
Oh,
No.
done with us.
Done with us, I think.
I don't know what the deal is, We just ain't had anything from there in 2 months.
Oh, wow.
It's been about that, yeah. I don't know what the deal. Wayno either got to get in touch with her, just kind of touch base, or I don't know. Touch base with her. Yeah, there's nothing happened between us. No, nothing happened. I'm just saying that. Just kidding, but I'm getting tired of sweets. I like to get down to some real. Now in my omelet, I like peppers, onions, tomato. I like the whole. Whatever you got in the fridge, just throw it in there. I'll take it.
The Western omelet.
Yeah, that's right. Western omelet on the East Coast. That's what I want. So, what do you think about this? I mean, not anything special, but you think the Phillies will keep Aaron Nola?
Look, there's a tush push. Not
I
working.
hope not.
Yeah, I agree with
I
you.
hope they let him
Are we
go.
talking on the phone right now?
I couldn't. Breaking news.
I hope they do too. He wants too much money. I don't think. I think it's time to move on from him. I really do. I think it's time to move on. There's the tush push. Did they get it though?
Nope.
Nobody does it like the Eagles. Man, they stopped that right on before the line. Look, these guys thought, well, if they can do it. Look, number one, here's why you didn't get it. We're watching the game over in Frankfurt, Germany, between Indianapolis.
Yeah, I've got it on too.
Did you see how high Minshew was? When he snapped the ball, he went up into the line. You have to stay as low as you can. Like, not that anybody's asking, but you have to stay low. The whole idea of that tush push. Look, the Eagles did it against Dallas on the goal line and moved the ball out to the 4-yard line. Remember? They moved that far out. The lower you stay and the more you keep going forward, nobody's going to. Did you see?
Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah. Did you see where what's his name, Parsons, ended up on the? I was going to have you bring that up on your computer there. You should type in the tush push, Eagles tush push against Dallas on the goal line. Parsons jumped on top of it like this, and he went like this, just rode him right back like the whole thing. He's in.
It's funny how none of the other teams can figure that out.
No, I don't. Nobody's good at it. Well, nobody's got a quarterback that can squat 600 pounds, number one. Number two, the line in front of him learns. Nobody does it because it's not just a quarterback sneak. A quarterback sneak's where the guy takes the ball and stays up and goes in between the tackles standing. You got to get down practically on your knees, your feet, but your knees are like 6 inches off the ground as you're pushing into the guy in front of you. So once the 300-pound lineman push against the other 300-pound lineman, and you got a quarterback that squats 600 pounds, it's not going to happen. It's not. You're not going to be able to defend it, is what I mean. So, but they just don't have that. They don't have that know-how. But we just saw the cold straw, and it didn't work. So,
right.
But Jonathan Taylor took it.
Who's our backup quarterback?
Mariota.
Yeah.
Marcus Mariota. Now I know he got
think of his name.
Yeah, he was from Tennessee, from the Titans. He got a bad rap for his summer camp didn't look good. Preseason didn't look good. It really didn't. It looked really bad. But I kind of think if this guy had to come in and fill in for Hurts, I really do think he'd be all right. He would do fine. He just wasn't doing what they wanted him to do in preseason games. He looked nasty. Didn't move around the pocket. Here's a guy that can run too. This guy can run around. Mariota's always been a running quarterback. He's always been halfway decent thrower, but I think he'd be all right.
He was supposed to be on our team anyway.
He was.
Because
we were supposed to draft him, weren't we?
Yeah, because Chip Kelly gave up the whole team just to move up to get him.
Yeah, imagine
and
that.
Never got him. So we should be happy that we have this quarter, because if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have the players we have today, right?
Probably not. Yeah, probably not. Right.
So our Super Bowl win, we gotta thank him.
The whole that whole era went down to Howie Roseman saying, Chip Kelly, I'll give you the keys to the organization. I've never seen anybody be able to do that, where a head coach makes all the decisions over the general manager.
Yeah,
that's when he said, I don't want. Who was the running back? We let go.
Shady McCoy.
I let go Shady McCoy, let go Deshaun Jackson, and there was some other ones too that he kind of not big names. But you don't do that. He dismantled the team.
There was like 4 of them.
He
Four
literally
main guys. He got.
And what did it get us? Didn't get us anything.
Nothing.
Didn't get us nothing. Fix that.
More talk on that. Where Jimmy at?
He's right here.
Oh.
Hey,
What's up?
how you doing?
How you doing?
Are you talking to me?
That's it. You talking to me?
Are you talking to me? Anyway, so the Phillies got some things to do this offseason, which I think they will. I'm not saying they won't. But
I think that he's just trying to get as much money out as he can, but he wants a guaranteed contract.
yes, exactly.
He wants to be paid no matter what.
Right.
7 years or 8 years.
Yes, 7 years, I think it was, right?
So I think that if he maybe went for 3 years, then the Phillies might keep him. I think the Phillies would like to keep him. It's hard to get a starting pitcher that pitches 200 innings a year.
Well, that's true. You're right. I do think that if he lowered his contract, or he decided to accept a lower year contract, the Phillies would go for it, but not a long term that guarantees that kind of money.
Yeah, it's an ongoing thing.
Right, exactly. There's going to be too many out there. I saw the list of players, that are available this year in the whole Major League Baseball, and there's quite a few people to pick from. And they're going to want deals and stuff too, but they're probably going to work their deal out for a little bit lesser years because maybe they don't want to be locked in Philly for that long, long period of time. But and that's how I would want it. I don't know why these guys want long guaranteed contracts. And if the team starts to go bad, you're guaranteed to be with a team that's not winning. It's just so I would look for the guys that want a 3 or 4 year deal, but they also, I saw where they were talking about Nick Castellanos was going to be talked about in trade rumors somewhere. But then after I saw it, they said the Phillies decided that they're staying put with Nick, that they're not going to shop him around or see if anybody wanted him. So We just got to get better at situational hitting, which is not relying on the long ball. We leave too many guys on base where a base hit would get a guy in.
How about if they just swung at strikes instead of anything?
Yeah, and Nick Castellanos is guilty of that. Listen, if I was a pitcher, you know exactly where to throw the ball.
It was horrible.
He was
horrible.
those outside pitches. Yeah, those outside
horrible.
pitches get him every time where the ball comes in and fades like a curve fading to the outside of the plate. He swings every single time. Never lets you
He was
down.
going to swing no matter where the ball was.
He never lets you down when it's not across the plate. Never, always swings it.
Yeah.
So they really need to work on this kind of stuff. I just want guys that can hit base hits. You know, I mean, I know
the swings when it's a strike.
Yeah, right. And if you're swinging as a strike, then it's going to be a base hit. Maybe if you hit it, you know, hopefully.
Maybe, yeah.
Hopefully, right. But we'll see. Interesting to see what will happen in the off season. You know.
Yeah, I think the Phillies are. They've got a nucleus to have a good team.
They do.
So
They gotta work on Turner and his errors.
oh, stop it.
Yeah. Wow, errors. Yeah, a lot of errors this year for Trey Turner.
Stott wasn't terrific in the World Series either.
No, he wasn't. Yeah, I only picked on a few people. Didn't really come down to, you know.
And Brome, he wasn't that great either.
Yeah,
I guess they're young. So.
Yeah. I mean, they had good seasons. It just seems like when their season ended, everything kind of, after the first 2 rounds of playoffs, it just ended for them. It's just like they were done.
Not easy.
It's just, but.
Yeah.
No, it's not. But if you're going to be a winner, you see the team that was on the field that won the World Series. That's the team you want. So,
Yep.
with cat's flying. The cat just went flying through the air. And
look at Atlanta. Atlanta, as much talent as they have.
Yep.
They didn't make it World Series last 2 years, right?
Exactly.
So, how they feel. So.
Yeah. Like I said, there's got to be if you're going to put the team together that wins the World Series from start to finish, it's got to be complete, like the teams you see out there on the field. But I watched this World Series, and when these guys needed to get a base hit or a double or something in the gap, that's what they got. Yeah. They didn't strike out; they hit the ball. You got to have pitchers fear you when you come up, man. This guy gets a lot of hits, and sure enough, the guy that did a lot of hitting in the World Series that won it. He was good all year, but he was good in the World Series. He got base hits. He got timely hits. I can't think of his name. I wanted to think of the guy that I'm talking about, but he did very well in the World Series.
What was your name again?
Huh?
Dingleberry.
What was your name again? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I got you. You're thinking with them. My name's Keith. But anyway, no.
I got you. Now.
I know.
All right, give us one winner today against the point spread.
Oh, okay.
The point spread.
Well, let me see real quick.
Since you're talking about sports, people like to gamble.
Right.
So there's people that have a football card that have the points on it. So we need one winner.
One winner. Hold on.
And they're like this every week. They're difficult. It's not that easy.
Yeah,
sometimes
that's true.
you can, here's a game here. How about this game? What do you think about this game?
The
Jets at the Raiders, and that's virtually a pick.
Yeah, it's a one. On my phone, it says 1 point. Jets getting a point.
Yeah, well, whatever. Yeah,
but no, you're right. I see what you're saying. It's basically even, almost even. It's in Las Vegas. The Jets coming off.
The Jets have no offensive line at all.
I really think I would go with the Raiders. My other pick would be a pretty big
It would seem like that was the give me, right?
Yeah, you would think. If you don't like that one, then the Saints and Vikings. The Saints are giving up 3 to the Vikes. I think the Saints win that game. I think.
That's the Vikings.
Yeah, it
right?
is. It's in Minnesota.
Well, the Vikings don't have a quarterback,
Right.
right?
They're kind of banged up too. Is Justin Jefferson back? I don't know if he's back or not.
Right.
He was out, but that's my other. I'm gonna say it's a lock, but that's my other pick. I think the Saints are kind of hot right now. They're 5-4. Won the last, was it 2 games? Vikes are 5-4 also. But
how about the Lions? How about the Lions? How are they doing?
They're going to win today.
they're not too bad. Lions
They're
in the
6-2.
Lions are 6-2. Chargers are 4-4. And the Lions are giving 3 to the Chargers. It's in.
I mean, I'm just saying, how are the Lions? The Lions are really having a really good year.
Yeah, they're not a bad team. Not right. If you're gonna, Jared Goff having a pretty good year as the quarterback over there. They also get back one of their running backs, David Montgomery, for the Lions, comes back today. He's been out. I had him on my fantasy team, and he's just now back this week. So that gives them a little bolster. So yeah, they're cruising along pretty good in their division. Packers and the Steelers. That's going to be a good game, I think.
I think the Packers are up and coming.
Yeah, the Packers are. They're 3-5 overall, but lately they've got it together a little bit here. That Jordan Love's playing pretty good.
Playing better, yeah.
Yeah, Jordan Love. Yeah.
The Steelers are always tough at home.
Yeah, they're tough at home. That's true. So that looks like to be a good one. Packers are getting 3.5. So
yeah,
on that
they're
one.
tough. They're tough to figure.
Yeah, they are. I used to love doing that. I was just never the teams I thought that should have won always got beat. I never could get things consistently going.
The odds are against you for sure.
Always got ruffled on that. But the Cowboys are giving the Giants 17.5.
Damn, 17.
Do we think the Cowboys cover?
That's a lot of points.
I know.
A lot of points.
A lot of times when it would be a lot like that, I would always take the team getting a lot of points.
They did beat the Giants. They had 40-0.
Oh, okay. Wayno said they beat the Giants the last time.
I mean, it's easy to say that the Giants are going to get crushed there, but
right.
I mean,
it's in Dallas too. It's in Dallas, and Dallas is coming off a loss to us, so they're going to be raring to go. I can guarantee you this.
Oh yeah.
I think the Giants. It's a shame. Giants are in trouble. That Daniel Jones can't stay on the field. Then the backup to him went down, didn't he?
Yeah.
And they've just had nothing but problems. Everything they got, Saquon Barkley. They don't have a defense or nothing, man. Get going, Fuzzy. This one always wanting to play.
Yeah, there's some tough games. They're always tough.
Yeah, there's some toughies, that's for sure. Yeah,
How about
the Texans? How about that quarterback? What do you have? Almost 500 yards of passing last week?
Yeah,
Rookie?
Here's the thing with him. I made a deal with one of the guys in fantasy sports that plays in our league. Would you get going, puss?
What was your name again?
Yeah.
All right, never mind.
Yeah, what was your name? So one of the guys wanted to make a trade. He wanted Joe Burrow for my team, and I already had a couple quarterbacks. But I kept saying, nah, I don't want to give up Joe Burrow. So he sent me a deal that I'd give him Joe Burrow and somebody else and get 2 of his players. I said, no, I'm not going to do it unless I get Alvin Kamara. So he said, nah, I don't know, but how about taking somebody else? I'm like, nah, forget it. I said, we're not doing it. So finally, about an hour later, he texts back and he said, okay, I'll give you Alvin Kamara and the quarterback, Stroud, from Houston. And I'm like, wow, this kid's, I guess, young rookie, maybe up and coming. I said, all right, we'll do it. I no sooner put him in the lineup last week, and he got the 500 yards and 5 touchdowns.
Oh, yeah.
He gave me like 40-some points in fantasy. So I think I made out pretty good. I got Alvin Kamara, who's always good. And
they're playing the Bengals this week.
Yes, right. Yep. So I got him in. I got him starting this week. Stroud.
So they got the over-under on that game at 48.5. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I think they'll definitely be over. I'd take the over on that.
All right.
I would take the over on that for sure between Cincy and him. Yeah.
They don't have the total on the Cowboys over under
No.
on the card. No, that's the only game that they don't have the total on it.
Oh, okay. Right.
Giants.
Yeah.
How about that? No, because it's
Weird, huh?
That is weird. Perfect. Yeah.
Go Giants.
Go Giants is right. Yeah. Pull an upset. Jeez.
I wonder what the spread on that game is for them to win straight up. That's probably about 50-1.
Yeah, I don't know. Right. I got you. Yeah, man. I couldn't believe how I made out with that Stroud guy. Wow. I wasn't going to do it, but I got the running back I wanted, and then I got a good quarterback out of it. So it worked out. Worked out. Anyway. Well, yeah, it's just weird not having the Eagles on this week.
Yeah, exactly.
It's different. Exactly. Like Wayno was saying earlier, though, we got 3 tough ones coming up. Kansas City. Who is it, Wayno? Kansas City, Buffalo, and the Niners. The next 3 games.
Yeah, but Buffalo, I don't know if Buffalo's that good this year. They're not that good.
They're not like they were in the past. No, they're still a solid team, which always seems to get better halfway through the season. And I just think they're figuring some things out too. They're a little bit off in some areas, but they're always a tough team to play.
It
they're
seems
always
like
a good
they
team.
got that they don't want that quarterback to scramble anymore.
Josh Allen, no, they kind of don't want right.
Josh Allen.
Allen. Yeah, I have him on my other fantasy team.
They don't want him to scramble so he won't get hurt. Because that's a franchise,
Is that game that we played? Can you bring that up? Are we home or away against?
He was a little reckless.
You got Buffalo?
Yeah. I don't think they want him to run as much as he did, but he still will if he gets in trouble. But I don't think they want him to just go out there and, take off running. No. I want to see if that Wayno's looking up right now whether when we play Buffalo are we home or away.
We're home.
We're home that game? Okay. Well,
Yeah,
that's a good thing, then. I like being home.
Yeah.
How about KC?
And somebody was telling me that they thought that this guy's a season ticket holder for the Eagles.
Right.
And he was telling me that he thinks that Jalen Hurts has been hurt.
Well, he had.
He's been playing hurt.
He has. Well, if you watch the press conferences like I do, Jalen downplays everything, but he doesn't want to talk about it. I think in his mindset, he just doesn't want to say, yeah, I'm hurt. My knee's been bothering me, and I'm just playing through it. And he doesn't do that. As soon as they ask him, we see you put a brace on or whatever, he says, next question.
I'm all right.
I'm fine. I'm all right. So anything like that is playing hurt. I mean, how many of these guys do we know that are playing hurt that nobody knows about? He's not hurt to the extent where he can't walk. He looks pretty good to me moving around still, but is he hurt? Yeah. I'm sure he's not 100%.
He looked like he was like a step slower than made the last couple of games.
A little bit. He's not taking off and going as quick as he would normally, no, but it doesn't mean it's not hurting his ability. Yes. I mean, and now we're in the bye week, which gives you, almost 12 days off total. I think, does he come back 100%? I doubt it, but he probably comes back 95%. He's probably going to be a little bit still. You're not going to see it. Maybe you'll say, well, he looks all right to me. Well, he does look all right because it's him. He's not one he doesn't like to hear about injury and this and that. He doesn't talk about it. That's what I can tell by the reaction. When the reporters asked him a question, he got that grin on his face and he said, I'm fine. Next question. Yeah. I don't want to talk about an injury. It's not an injury to talk about. That's kind of how he was. He downplayed it. It as much as he could. We can't downplay injuries when you're not on the field, but when you're still playing on the field, everybody's out there banged up with something a little bit, hurting here, hurting there, as long as it doesn't keep them off the field, But
I couldn't imagine playing in this league, man. Every time they hit, you can see that. Wow,
Jalen Hurts is he's a tough dude. I can tell you. I can just tell you
Oh
what.
yeah.
And Sirianni will tell you he's never seen a guy like that. And I'll tell you who
Well,
else
like you said, how many bench presses like 600 pounds?
squats.
Squats.
He squats, not benches. Yeah.
Squats, yeah.
He can squat a rack of 600 pounds. Ain't nobody in the league's doing that. Not a quarterback
Really?
isn't. Yeah,
Like,
yeah, really. I'm telling you, dude. I wouldn't.
I'd be lucky to do 60 pounds. What? Are you kidding?
600 pounds. I saw the clip there where he did it. He actually did it in college. He hasn't done it in pro because they probably don't want. They don't want him working out like that. But when he worked out with the Sooners and they were in the weight room, they put 600 pounds on this rack, and I watched the clip of him doing it. I mean, he struggled. He did it. I mean, he's going to struggle. He didn't go up and down with it real quick, but he got it. He did it all on his own.
Wow.
I just couldn't believe it. They were there spotting him and holding his case he didn't, but he went down and came up, and wow, I was amazed. I was literally amazed. But hey, even watching though, Wayno, you watched the Eagles game when Dak went for that when he thought he was going to dive into the end zone.
And he stepped out of bounds.
No, he met the two Eagles there. Remember they hit him, spun him around, dude. There's a guy that can take a shot and a hit.
Yeah.
He got blasted by two linebackers when he came down. He was like near the 3-yard line. He went up to start diving. These two guys met him in the air, spun him around, and stopped him. And I think,
did you see the TikTok?
if anybody that took that, if one could have took that, it'd have snapped him in half. They would have cried.
Yeah, can you imagine you taking that hit?
Oh yeah, I can't imagine. Dude. I can't. And I weigh more than Prescott.
Yeah.
I think Prescott weighs like 245, 250.
I believe I can fly.
I think he does. Anyway, we can look that up.
I believe I could touch the sky.
I'm telling you what, he's a tough one to bring down. I don't care for the guy because I just don't like the Cowboys.
I'm not
but
crazy about him either.
he's a tough son of a
He
bitch
is
now.
tough.
He's tough. He's a hard guy to bring down. He's a rough one. He's a tough one. But
Oh yeah.
He's a rough one.
Yeah, I look for them to really. They're home today. I look for them to look at the Giants and say, "I feel sorry for you guys because we're coming for you. We're coming for you." But it will be interesting to see.
Taking the Giants with the upset.
Well, hey, good. Wayno's taking the Giants. Yahoo! Well, I'm not going to bet. I wouldn't bet
I
against them
wouldn't
either.
take that bet for nothing.
No.
I wouldn't even touch that game.
I could see somebody saying, "Keith, you put $50 on the Cowboys, and we'll give you 18 points. We'll give you," and I'd still lose. I guarantee you, I'm not freaking David.
I wouldn't bet that.
No.
What about the Browns in an upset?
Who's that? Who are they playing?
I think the Ravens.
You know what? Browns got a good defense, dude. That might be a game to take. The Browns and the Ravens.
What's your upset of the week, Jimmy?
The Giants.
Woo!
What's your realistic pick of the upset of the week?
Cleveland's getting 6.5 points. That means Ravens got to win by 7. I think that's a 3-point game there. I think that's going to be like a 24-21. Yeah, man, that's a close game.
Well, I guess if you're taking the upset.
Well, is there any other thing you really look at and say is an upset? Titans and Bucks? No. That's nothing. That's two losers there. Niners, well, here's another good game now. The Niners are playing the Jaguars in Florida. Niners are 5-3, and the Jags are 6-2. And the Jags are getting 3 points.
Giants.
You know?
That would be nice.
Yeah, hey, I think I might. Is that telling me that? I don't know. Is that telling you something?
Upset of the week.
Yeah, upset of the week.
Upset of the week. Jags over the Niners.
Jags been playing
Jags-
decent.
Now the Niners have lost 3 in a row, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they're due for a win. Yeah, they're due for a win. But will they? Well, the
I
other
don't know. You know,
Jags are giving. No, Jags are home. They're getting 3 points. So I think the Niners will cover that. As much as that looks good.
how many points did the Cardinals get?
Where Cards, they are
They're minus.
well.
The Falcons are -1.
And yours say -1. Mine says -2.5 here. So
Okay, that was the open.
but that's what it opened at. The spread right now is
2.5.
Yeah, Cardinals are getting 2.5 over the Falcons.
Would that be an upset for them to win?
That would be because they're 1-8. The Falcons are 4-5. So that's definitely an upset.
I'll take the Cardinals.
Yeah, the Cardinals in the points might be the payoff. There might be the upset. They're home.
Home team getting points.
Yes, exactly. So Monday night we got the Bronx and the Denver Broncos and the Buffalo Bills Monday night.
I'll take them. I'll take the Broncos.
Yeah, the Bronx are getting 7. Woo!
Yep.
Yeah, that could be another tough one because Bronx got a good defense. Just their offense can't really generate.
I just think the Bills are definitely not as good as they were.
Right.
They win last week.
The Bills?
We'll see.
Yeah, the Broncos.
I'm done.
Not a good game.
Let me see.
A lot of these games are not good games.
No. They were on a bye last week. They didn't play.
So they won.
They put it this way, they didn't lose. This one.
So then they won the week before then.
So the Raiders beat the Giants last week, 30-6. Everybody's beating the Giants. Lord.
Except the Eagles.
Oh, don't you say that, you dog. I didn't say the Jets.
The Jets, man.
Yeah, we should be 9-0 right now.
They benching him?
Who?
Zach Wilson?
Are they?
I don't know. There was rumors that they were going to.
Rumor is that Aaron Rodgers will be back by the end of the year.
Who?
Who you talking
Yeah, I
about?
heard that too.
Yeah, that's a rumor. He hasn't denied it, but he also said something in a wasn't an interview conference, but somebody asked him. He said, "We'll see. Let's be realistic, folks. We'll see about that. I'm not sure." So he kind of didn't want to say no, and he's kind of like, it every week depends on how I'm healing, and they're not gonna bring him back at the end of the year if it doesn't mean anything. I wouldn't be bringing him back if they didn't have a chance to make the playoffs. But,
Yeah, really.
if they did and he wanted to play and he was healthy, yes, I think you'd see him if they needed to get to a wild card. But we'll see. I just can't believe that. I was watching that game, the first game of the season, he goes down. I can't. That just seems so weird.
Yeah, that
I hear somebody stirring coffee.
Actually, it's tea.
I hear the tinkling of the silverware in the mug. A good hot cup of tea.
Right.
I do like my tea. You putting a little honey in that? A little honey and lemon. That's good for what ails you.
Oh. Okay, guys.
All right.
Have a good rest of the show.
All right. Thanks for calling in. Good talking to both of you.
coming down to
And
the
we'll
end.
talk to you soon.
Yeah, have a good show.
All right. Thanks, man. Take care.
Okay, love you.
I love you too, guys. We'll see you. And that was Sharon and Jimmy. Thanks for calling in to both of them. Get to chat a little bit about some stuff. That's what I like. See, that's what you want people like Jimmy to. What do you think about picks on this? We think that's what we're here to do. It's not. We're not. We're just killing time talking about things and kind of a news reporting a little bit on stuff that you already know. But so what? It's just bringing it up in case there's something you want to talk about.
Yeah, about what?
I'm going to get tore up for all of this. Why'd you have to keep elaborating on that? Well, because
you
I really didn't want it. You hit a nerve that night, whoever. But no biggie. You hit a nerve. Anybody can hit a nerve with me. You know that. Doesn't take much to hit a nerve with this one and get him going.
I drink it
And
out.
I was going to say, Wayno knows more importantly than anybody. But we're just having a good time now. He can hit some nerves. I'll crack him one, but we love him. But
He gets mad at me. He just got to know that it's me.
Mad,
So I don't really mean
I
nothing.
was off the cuff. Wayne said, man, you were.
Folks, I thank the Lord that I didn't get killed last week because he was ready to shoot me.
Wayne, the guy I work with said, boy, you really got mad at Wayne. What the hell?
Did he say
He
that?
said to me, after you and I were done like that, I saw, because even though we were texting,
And it was funny.
I
because-
showed him the text. He's like, you really said all that to him? I said, yeah. I know, we were talking first, and then hung up.
Hung up
and
on
he's
me.
like, boy, I said, look, he just hit a nerve. I can't take it no more. But then he even said, I know, I'm tired of hearing it too. But he won't say nothing.
Right.
He won't do like what I did. And I only did it because I hit a nerve. I didn't do it because I knew it was you. I
But
did
they
it.
say it, them guys say it because they're assholes.
Right. You
I
don't
say
say
it
it for
because
that.
I'm joking.
I know. But nerve.
I when you hung up on me, I was like, oh shit! I think my buddy's mad at me because the lady didn't know it was you.
Oh!
And she's like, man, is he mad at you? I said, well, he hung up on me. I said, I think he's mad at me. And she's like, he didn't really say anything. I
Caramel apple.
was like, I know. I said, just people that he works with.
Right.
You know, 'cause I didn't want to say us.
Right.
I said, people he works with, they're assholes about shit like that. I said, they probably, I said, he's just on vacation, just got back, so they were probably riding his balls about it.
So,
And then I said something,
right.
and I said, just hit the wrong
Nerve.
nerve.
Is that anything?
Not on purpose. No, that's,
No, I get it. Ralph just chimed in, so I can
don't say no names.
I can't even read it. My eyes are not that good. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got you. Ralph just chimed in on the
Fucking
phone
turd.
here. I got the Cowboys today, even though he's Ralph betting on his card, whatever he's got.
Okay,
He's got a football pool or something. He said he's got him, even though the Giants are getting 17.5, which yes, that's correct. They are on their third string quarterback, and that is correct too. So that would be the time to pick on them. It is because the Giants are using a third string quarterback. Their defense hasn't done much of anything. And Dallas is coming off a loss and they're home. So
How about,
all things are in the favor for Dallas to score a lot of points. Really.
does he go to Delaware every week?
Ralph?
Yeah.
Well, no, he's bowls over there every week. That's where he's bowling.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Because he's getting the Paul.
He gets him over there. Yeah, he probably just gets him at a shop over there.
Text him if maybe he's listening. I don't know, but text him, see if he'll
Are you listening, Ralph?
bring us. There's like 4 or 5 different ones. Ask him if he can bring us some, and then we'll sit here and go through them, and
Pick.
just put a little pick, and then he can take them to Delaware and place them for us.
I don't know where he gets. Yeah, for next week, then we'll do it.
Yeah, for next week.
If you're looking, Ralph, if you're listening, maybe you are, I don't know. Can you get us a football pool each for next week from whoever you get them to?
All the different ones. There's
Whatever.
5 different ones.
Yeah, whatever ones you want to get, whatever ones you can get, whatever. And then we'll do some picking, put money a little bit on it. And you and I both owe 20 anyway.
Oh, yeah.
We got to pay for that leg.
Yeah, we're not paying for the leg unless one of us wins, so. That's how we roll, bitches.
But yeah, Ralph, I'll text him anyway. We'd like to play next week and give you the money and the cards to turn in, and we'll see what happens. But if you can pick them up whenever you can or whatever you do, I don't know.
And for those of you that watch later, and even the ones that are watching now, calling us and asking us questions is key to the show. I mean, that's
Right.
that's what makes it.
Yeah.
Me and Keith can sit here and talk about stuff all day long, but it's not any fun if you guys aren't going to do anything. Jimmy just texted me because he was listening because he's there in Delaware too. The new cards don't come out till Tuesday.
Okay.
So I mean, I'll even run over it. All we got to do is run over it.
Where would you go?
Any store around there, I think.
Does the stores have them?
Yeah, like where they have a lot of machines and everything.
Does the liquor stores carry?
I think
that-
so. Don't quote me on it. 'Cause
I know,
don't
I'm not,
remember.
I'm
It's been
not.
so many years.
I'm just saying you don't have to go to Route 9. Go across the bridge, go to Collins Park Liquor if he has the pools or has whatever.
Hey Jimmy, where at in Delaware? Well, maybe that's it. Maybe
Jimmy,
that's
where
it.
can we get these?
My mom said she'd text us a copy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we can't play that. Where do we get them? We want to know where we get. Seeing a copy means we can only look at them. We want to literally. We
See,
want to play.
they get theirs at Grotto's. Grotto's Pizza.
Bolorama has them. There you go.
He just
Okay,
said that.
cool. Well, you and I'll have to get them somehow.
But can you go to any?
He plays on Sundays. He don't go over there during. He must get them.
He must get them then and then bet them, right? Probably.
He must get them, and I guess that's what he's doing then. Yeah.
I mean,
we can get them. I mean, we can still get him. That's where he's bowling at Bolorama then. Maybe I think.
Now, is sports betting legal in Jersey?
I thought it was. I don't.
But they don't do the cards, right?
They only do like legal gambling in the casinos and whatever,
Oh,
and
okay.
then lotteries and all that kind of shit. I don't know if they do that. But anyway, well,
Getting a blow up here.
oh my God. Tell people missed us. Whoop whoop. Wow. Oh man, if he'd have hung on to that dude, that would have been a great catch. It was all people were all over it.
That would have been nice.
Couldn't hang on to him. Minshew put the ball right there, so it ain't him.
I'd like to see Minshew do good, man.
Well, sure you would. I mean, I'm not saying we wouldn't, but sure, why not?
Tell you what, he was all in on the Eagles with that bus he had, man.
He was. Minshew did what he could do. You're a second string quarterback for a reason, though. I always say that. Doesn't mean second string quarterbacks can't get a break.
Right.
And be good, just like Jimmy was talking about this Stroud. He's a rookie quarterback. Wasn't even their quarterback. And look how good he's doing. I'm all in on this guy because, I got him in a trade in fantasy, but I think he can be an elite quarterback somewhere down the road. He's a rookie.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he's going to have his ups and downs this year. He's not going to throw for 500 yards every game and 5 touchdowns, but I really think this kid's got the makings of being a good quarterback. If you put a line in front of him, I think he can do good.
Is that you?
I'm not sure who that might be. Me blowing the phones are blowing up today, baby. Oh, Ralph just texted me the picks. Parlay, and then you have all these things. Well, the card, not the pick.
Yeah,
It's called sports
they go
pick.
by the.
Yes, that's it, right. And you have to pick what? How many do you? One bets at US $10. One ticket costs $10 to win. Good Lord. Oh, you have to get them all.
Yeah, you get them all.
You got to do them all. Wow. To collect. Gee, now there was another one. There's this one. Is it the same or is it different? Must be the same. I don't know. Maybe just.
Maybe sent 2 of them.
Let me see. What's the first one here? Yeah, it's the same. All right, that's cool. So you and I would have to really do our homework on parlay card, week 10. Cool. Thanks, Ralph.
There you go. The parlay card is the back of it.
Is that the one Jimmy sent you?
Yeah, 3 for 3 plays.
A minimum 3 picks,
Yeah.
Ralph said.
Yeah, minimum 3.
Okay, got you, Bob.
And that is 6.5 for 1.
So if a minimum I want to pay is 3, put down. And then I'm saying I wanted 4 and play. The more I pick, the more I'm going to win.
Right.
Pick the whole card wins that amount.
Yep.
Or,
If every game
or
hits.
whatever. Yeah. So we could just pick 3. Start out with a low,
And they got different ones too. There's
Yeah,
some
right,
ones
right.
that got like
Yeah.
the point spread would be like 27 points.
Okay.
Or that's obviously pretty high, but
No, I know what you're saying.
it's off the wall things like say the 40 you would expect the Eagles to beat Buffalo, right? You expect the Eagles to beat Buffalo, so they'll give Buffalo like 20 points or something, like 20 points like that.
I'm exhausted right now.
People keep texting.
I'm getting ready to say I'm
Here we
done.
go.
Ah, here we go. Everybody's a gambler now.
They got college too on some of these.
I used to play him at the bridge. Somebody got him at the
Yeah.
bridge.
It's like Jimmy's taking the Ravens -5.5, and he also bet the over.
Right.
So, and you can do that too.
Right. Well, we'll just have to get some. Ralph says Bolorama has them, so
Yeah,
and that's close.
Yeah.
That's easy to go off and boom.
But that's so off. That's on Route 9.
Route 9, and it's bowling alley right down the road on the left, just right past the McDonald's. So when you make that little loop, McDonald's is here, down a little further on the left-hand side.
Right. So you
Bolorama.
take the first exit to 9.
Yes,
right?
9 north. 9 north. Going towards Wilmington.
Okay.
9 south goes towards where I said Collins Park.
How's that bowling alley? Is that nice?
Oh, it's
I've never
nice.
been there.
Yeah. They redid that a while back. Inside the restaurant thing, the nice. I mean, you can see out front of it. They didn't have, 20 years ago, it didn't look nothing like it does. It was
Nice
still a
area?
decent bowling alley, but it's,
Decent area? Or?
yeah. Not bad. Not bad. There's a Dunkin' Donuts outside there. There's something else that's there, another type eating place, whatever. But when you go inside, it's
Speaking of
nice.
eating places.
Very
How
nice.
many more eating places are we going to get in this town?
When-
you got
When's the bowl place
You got
opening
the
up?
bowl
The fruit
place?
bowl.
That sounds like a good idea.
I saw a couple of them bowls too. I wouldn't mind eating that crap.
This is Ralphie.
Sparksy's here.
What's up, Ralph?
Gentlemen, how we
Gentlemen, how we doing?
not too bad. Getting ready to walk out the door to go to Cracker Barrel for some breakfast.
I must have missed the invite. I didn't get the invite on that one.
Yeah.
Well, you're busy. You got stuff to do.
Oh, look, we can do the show remote live from Cracker Barrel, baby, right at the table.
There
Right.
you go. Those two parlay tickets I just say pictures of. They're not the same tickets. One's
Oh,
every game is picked. Actually, then the one you saw was 10 picks for $10 is like $8,000, and then I have 12 picks for $10 is $25,000.
no. Well, then you sent both the same one because they both say the same thing.
Yeah.
They both have to win 24,990, and the bottom one was 24,999. So I didn't see the other one for the 8. Is what I mean.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Now I have it.
I
My bad.
bowl on Tuesday nights
No one
as
on.
well over at Bolorama.
Right.
I don't think they have the new ones on Tuesday.
No.
Oh.
If they do, I'll check again.
Right.
I remember a couple weeks ago grabbing one, and I was like, oh, I'll get it filled out and I also bowl on Fridays. So I was going to grab one Tuesday, fill it out, and take it back Friday, and hand it in and whatnot. And then I found out, saw it, and there's it was the same damn card from the previous week. So
So when do they come out? When is
do
it?
what?
When is it new then? When do you get a new one if you don't get it on Tuesday?
I'm going to guess they probably come out. Well, look on that. Well,
Card?
actually, the ticket that they give you is not the same as the parlay card. The actual parlay card shows you who they're playing, where they're playing, all that kind of good
Well,
stuff.
this
Where
one said
when it prints the ticket out, it only shows you who you pick.
it says November 10th down the bottom.
The
Nope.
card that comes out Tuesday is called the early bird pick,
Yeah.
and then I guess they come out with another card with a different point spread.
This
Well,
one,
the one I play is the half point. So there's no ties. Everybody's favored something and a half.
right?
For that. So and then there's a teaser. There's a super teaser. There's like 3 or 4 of them you can get. But like I said, that's the only one I play.
Well, like I said, I don't know what the date means at the bottom, but it says November 10th, 2023. If that's when it
Well,
was.
when was the 10th? Wasn't that Friday?
The 10th was a Friday, yeah.
Right. That's right. That's when I got it. So that's probably why the date's on there.
Oh, they just print when you get it. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So, but I'll check Tuesday though.
Yeah. Okay.
See if they have the new ones yet. I mean, yeah, maybe like the casinos and shit like that might get them on Tuesdays, but maybe the little mom and pop shops, might not get them on Tuesdays.
Right.
Okay.
Well, like I said, I'll check.
Yeah, my mom and Jimmy said the early bird card comes out Tuesday, and the half
Yeah.
point card comes out on Wednesday.
Oh, that's probably what it is then.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So anyway, so like I said, I took the Cowboys, for that. Whenever you see a big spread like that, man, you kind of get a little worried about it. You kind of don't want to touch it just because something's gonna happen where you're gonna lose the damn thing by 1 point.
Right.
You know what I mean? But whatever it is, what it is. Hey, how about them Flyers though?
Yeah.
The Flyers are looking pretty good.
Well, I touched on it earlier. I don't know if you were online when I said it, but
No, I wasn't.
Yeah, I did touch on the Flyers, touched on the Sixers, but Flyers 2 in a row now. They've won 2 in a row.
They're 500 right now.
Yeah, they're 7-7-1. So I didn't get to watch them. I watched some of the highlights, some of the goals. Some of these younger guys are stepping up, scoring, and it's all going to be about the goalie, Ralph. It's all going to be about the defense. I know we can score goals.
I did watch the game with what's his name in goal, Urson.
Yeah,
and I thought it looked pretty good.
Well, this last he wasn't even the guy that played last night.
Hart played last night. Hart's back.
No, it wasn't him. 4-2.
I could have swore.
Stats.
Nope. Hart last night.
Hart was supposed to. It was C. Peterson. Whatever his first name was. C. Peterson got the win. Only gave up 2 goals, 37 shots against.
That's the goalie they got from the Kings.
Yeah, and that's who they beat, the Kings. And then the Kings played Talbot. They had Talbot.
Then maybe I just saw on the news that Hart's back now.
I think I saw the same thing, but he didn't. But I looked and see who the goalie was. It wasn't him. But you're right. I thought I saw where Hart is healthy again.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So hey, they're a young team. That's why Wayno and I were discussing. This is going to be a couple of years in the making. If we just finish with a Rangers,
the Rangers record,
huh?
The Rangers.
With the Rangers,
they're like 12. They're like 12-2.
Let me see NHL standings.
Something like that.
Hey, they're on fire. Let me see, Bub. Well, Boston's 11-1-2. Rangers are 10-2-1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
these teams, they're built to win this year. I mean, we're going to be hopefully built in a couple years to win a few years down the road,
Yeah.
But
yeah,
we're still waiting on that guy. Remember, who's the kid they got? Wayne and I were talking about. They got him in the draft, and he's a couple years away from playing.
Yeah.
Is he a Russian or something? Is he?
Well, he's still playing in the Russian league.
Yes, right. That's right.
I forget his name. Yeah. So, all right. Well, I'm walking out the door now.
All right. Well, listen. Have a good breakfast. Enjoy yourself.
I was going to touch base with you about them parlay cards, and I'll check if they have them. If they do, I'll grab them and drop them off.
Appreciate it, bud. Did appreciate it.
All right.
I'll take 3 eggs over easy with some grits and toast, and just drop it off.
All right. Well, I'll stop by for some money.
Yeah. Don't wait by the door. I got money for you. I do have your money, so stop by. You get paid.
And then we're not paying.
Well, Ralph will say, "You know where I live."
We're not paying them unless we win.
What?
Keith said you hung up on him.
I did not. I don't have him.
He was still talking. I'm messing.
I'm still here.
He's still
messing with Keith.
And your name is Jimmy.
Who's this?
And are you talking to me?
I'll see you guys.
Hey, wait. Keith said we don't have to pay you unless we win.
I didn't say that, you.
Well, then if that's the case, next year Keith can run it, and that could be his rules.
He'd always want somebody else to run it. Just run it and shut up, will you? Just be glad you're a game ahead of me. He hung up. He's done this time.
Is he mad?
No.
I know.
He don't. He always has something sassy like me. That's why we get along so good, because he sasses.
He sasses.
He's a sassy ass.
I like sassy ass.
Anyway, yeah, we need to get him his money.
Tom chimed in.
Oh God, what a Tom? Oh, Tom Humes. I'm sorry. I thought you meant first. You said Tom. I thought you meant Thomas. I don't want to hear from that kid.
No,
I'm
not my
Tom.
Tom.
Sorry, Tom. Appreciate you chiming in, watching. We one of the few that do check us out.
He just had that surgery done, so he's
okay.
better. He said.
Listen, hopefully, wishing you well. I think what we're going to shoot for, though, what we should shoot for, and I know we were going to do a remote from up at that pizza place, is when it's warmer weather, when it's better weather, which is going to take us into next year. It doesn't mean.
I was just thinking about that.
Yeah, the winter, fall, not going to be able to really set up. Probably, I'd like to set up outside somehow.
Yeah, like in April or May.
Yeah, when it's decent. And then, of course, when does their season start? Like, that'd be nice to do when their season starts.
They're starting to prepare for next season now.
Right, exactly. But we are still going to do that if somebody would ever get cards made up that we could get out to somebody, because that's all I hear. I don't want to check on nothing. You ain't going to do it. I want my money for the banner.
It's already
right online. I'll expose you. Oh, are you kidding? No, I'm not.
I ain't getting no email yet.
Let's go. Well, where'd you get them from? China?
Vista print.
Vista this print. Come on, dude. I'm getting tired of this, man. Close them up. You've had enough because you're diabetic. Well, look, what the fuck am I doing? Does anybody know that?
No. Nobody knows what you're
I
doing.
know. I don't know. This didn't work out for me. You want a chocolate one?
No, I'm good. I'm good. Thank you for the munchies.
Yeah, man. Well, they were cheap. Good Lord. You know, I'll buy shit in day like that.
11 seconds till halftime.
Don't talk with your mouth full.
So what are they playing? Germany, they play in England, and they play in Mexico, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
About the money.
Well, yeah, it's all about getting exposure out with the money, so.
All right, you seen us? Get a team. Or shut up.
What?
Come get a team, man.
Who?
Germany and Mexico.
You made right away, you yelled, you seen us? Get a team. I'm thinking, who's he talking to?
Now look at Gay. It's all be Gay.
Come on.
Come on, Gay.
I couldn't go through life with a last name like that. I already had enough with Forrest.
I'd be in
Had enough
jail.
trouble with that.
Oh, God, I couldn't.
Gump.
Right.
Well, no, Keith was, I never heard that when I was younger. Only when I got older did people know that. I told people what my real name was. They said, oh, I always thought your name was Keith. I'm like, well, it is.
Well, you know,
My middle name.
Star Trek, right?
All right, before we go, here's the kick. It's up. You made it. Lipped it in, Lip. All right, go ahead.
Oh, he waved it off.
What? Why?
No, I'm kidding.
Well, I don't see no points yet.
Look at that, man.
Your name
He
is?
waved it off.
Is that 3 for them? What's the deal?
Shit, he was short.
He was short.
Oh, shit.
I thought it went through.
I did when I said he.
When
They
you
waved
said he
it
waved
off,
it
and then
off.
he started clapping hands. I'm like, what? Are you
No
doing?
wonder that's why I didn't see any points come up. Usually they'll come up right away.
Yeah.
Wow, that sucks. Fruit.
Ooh, man,
He's a little pissed. That was a fruit.
How many yards was it?
Had to be pretty long.
The goalpost is what, 10 yards back, right?
Right. And he fell right in front of He fell like this, though.
So what was that, like a 60?
I'll check it out while you're
Well,
talking.
that's where they're at.
Talk to the neighbors.
They're on the.
That don't mean nothing. Well, it does. What? Let's say they were going this way. So what was it? A 47, 57.
57.
Must have been like a 57-yarder. Look at this. Go out of bounds. Oh, there's no time. I thought there was time to get a play, kick a field goal.
Gotcha.
All right. Halftime. Indianapolis leads New England 7-3. Not that anybody else.
How many seconds were left?
There was 2,
Oh, okay.
and he was doing good, but they weren't. They knew he wasn't going to get in. They were just playing. Anyway, it's a tight one. Not to say,
I would have just
Not
shit.
even
I would have
different.
just spun around and tried to kick his 90-yard field goals.
This is going to take long.
That's why I don't talk.
This is why we have a lot of fun, because I couldn't do it with anybody that said, you know what, dude, if you're going to do that, I ain't coming over. Somebody else would have said that. I don't know. Say we were doing this with anybody. You don't even know. Like you pick a person, hey, you interested in doing a podcast? Yeah, why? A little bit of acting up like we did. I could see the guy saying, you know what, dude, I don't know where you're coming from. Well, if we did that, well, we wouldn't say a word to each other for the next 10 years. That's not how we are. Anyway, we're a couple of squirrels. I got a few marbles loose up here, you know. So anyway, getting back to the remote, we will look to, when it becomes warmer weather, to get back with Tom and to do, what's the name of the pizzeria again? I always forget. Jacob's Pizza, is that what it is? Yeah, okay. And we're going to do something from there. By that time, Numbnuts will have business cards that we like to get out all over the place. Not here. We want these business cards to get up to Paulsboro, over to Delaware, so we can give them to Sharon and Jimmy to kind of, hey, here's a couple people. And they don't have to give them to their friends as much as to, if they say group of anybody, like younger people that we can get these out to. Middle-aged guys, 30s, 40s. Not us. 55 guys? What's that about? Well, that ain't helping me. Who said it?
My mom. She said
She's 55?
So she had me when she was -10.
You're already 55? God.
So she had me when she was -10 years old.
Worse for the wear there. So you had Wayno 10 years before you were born. No, we don't mean to get it out, not to your friends. That's fine, but I don't know how many older people.
55-yard kick.
Oh my God, she's probably like, what is he talking about my age? I said, okay, Sharon. I said 57, you meant 55. All right, well, that's pretty long. Technically, he should have made that.
I think that's why he was pissed.
Get enough bootleg into it because it was right on.
Well, if you're gay, maybe
Oh
you
my
shouldn't.
God, no.
If you're gay, maybe you shouldn't play football. Are you gonna drink this?
Yes. What you drink yours already?
Hell yeah, man. Almost.
Well, I'm trying to finish up here. Had enough of this cold crap
That's
anyway.
what she said. He's trying to finish.
Anywho, what time is it? How are we doing? I mean, I'm not in a
We're
hurry.
almost 2 hours. We are at 10:54.
So we've been a couple hours chit-chatting, covered a few things, got a couple callers. Nothing
And
new.
that's why we went longer, because
We had
participation.
Sharon talked a
man.
while and Ralph
Yeah.
talked a little bit. That's what happens. Now, normally on a lot of shows, they take a caller and they're like, all right, well, we're going to have to wrap it up with you. We got another
I think
call.
it's, what is it, 2 minutes?
Yeah, but they always get callers coming right in.
Yeah, that's why.
So they'll go, next
There's
caller.
short, yeah.
We don't have that. We don't have a keyboard where we're waiting on people.
Right. And that's what we do. It, like, say if my mom was talking and Ralph was calling while my mom was talking.
We
I'd
cut her off.
And cut Ralph.
We
You're
tell
done.
Her, we tell her, see ya.
We're done with you.
We've heard enough of the coughing and the
And
boo-hooing.
and your slower Delaware shit, and we're done. We're going to Ralph.
We're tired of hearing you making breakfast, and we don't get any. And Ralph's going to Cracker Barrel, and we don't get any. So we're kind of tired of this mess. All right, it's not how we roll. Yeah,
See?
and it's
Going
all
to
about
fit
the
now.
money for him. And I should have said, if you drop the food off, I'd pay you the money. You dumb. I mean,
I know,
if
right?
you got me a to-go platter of breakfast, don't you think I'd give you the money for it?
Only if we win.
And then he'd say, well, why didn't you give me the money for the league?
Only if we win.
And Wayno's not paying any money unless we win.
That's right.
Elliot, 5 Russians he ain't done nothing. There's a guy,
Who?
Elliot. And your name is? And his name is? What is he? He needs to be on a better team, number one. If he had a team with a line.
Yeah.
How do you think he would do if he was with the Niners? I mean, he's no Christian McCaffrey, but I think he can still get more yards.
Yeah. What about him on the Eagles?
I couldn't look at it. Oh, I'm sure he'd do. I'm sure he'd be all right. You got to have a guy like Swift's perfect for the Eagles.
Oh, yeah.
Hits the whole fast and goes.
No, I'm not knocking the one.
No. I know you're not. I know. Didn't say that.
You hit the right note, man. I'm a big Barry Sanders fan.
Man, did you see that? I sent it to you. If
I
you look at some of Barry Sanders's, this was Barry Sanders's clips back in the day when he was young and playing football, and he looks like no other running back ever looked. And I know there's been hundreds of running backs over the years in the league that are good. They're literally good. And you can say, compare him to Walter Payton, compare him to Emmitt Smith, compared to Jim Brown,
See, I can't say about Jim Brown. I was too young for that.
I was too young, but I saw clips of him, and he was an upfield runner.
Okay.
Barry, he nothing like that. So all different kind of runners. I never seen a guy like Sanders could literally come full steam and it isn't that he jukes and went. He would shuffle the feet before he went. Yeah. So he'd come up to you, but, and then you don't know going left. Usually guys will come up here and go left or go right, but Barry Sanders was phenomenal, dude. Phenomenal runner.
And I got these younger kids. Every time I bring that up,
got out of football.
they talk about Emmitt Smith and like all the things he had. If you take Emmitt Smith,
Emmitt Smith is a good kind of runner too, and he did a little bit of that.
If you take Emmitt Smith and put him on the Detroit Lions,
right,
and you take Barry Sanders and put him on the Cowboys,
right,
with that offensive line,
right,
there still won't be any comparison. Because Emmitt Smith would not have had nearly as much as yards or records that he has.
Could you imagine seeing Sanders behind a line like the Cowboys in the 70s, in the 80s and 90s? Who knows? And he left football after 10 years? Was it 10 seasons? I forget how many years he had. He was burnt out. He was burnt out playing with the Lions, who never got anything more for this team to make them better than they were than a Barry Sanders. And he didn't play with Megatron, did he? The wide receiver?
No,
he didn't. He was before him.
Yeah.
So if he even had a good wide receiver along with his talents, I think Detroit would have been a lot better. Obviously, they would have been. I mean, they just never had everything to put it together. But all they had was Barry Sanders, and he just there again, a guy getting banged around, beat up, making phenomenal runs, scoring touchdowns, and doing what he could do on a team that just couldn't win. It's a shame. Everybody knows that. It's not anything I'm giving you news, but I saw that clip come up, and I had to watch every single bit of it, of all the different big moves he made and big gains he made in games. Juke and I sent it to Wayno, and I said, "Here, look at this," and it'll just blow your mind to watch what he did back in the day. I'm serious.
10 seasons. You're right.
10 seasons. He played 10 seasons. Now, yeah, that's a lot for a guy that with a team that didn't have a great line, didn't have a great O-line. But could he have played? Yeah, he could have played, and he could have had the record for the yards if he was with a decent team. I'll bet Barry could have played 12 to 13. So he played 2 to 3 more years. 2 to 3 more years, maybe 4. Just
played 10 seasons, and every year he got selected to the Pro Bowl.
Unbelievable.
What it says here. He had,
unbelievable. Does it show?
He finished with 3,062 carries for 15,269 yards, 352 catches for 2,921 yards.
There's another thing. He was great with his hands.
109 touchdowns.
He was great with his hands out of the backfield. I mean, there's a guy. Not every running back is good receiving out of the backfield. Barry Sanders was.
And what
another one?
What was your question? Sorry.
Oh, darn it. Let's see. I forget now.
Played from 89 to 98 from what this.
So he did play during the Emmitt time, though. Right?
Yeah.
Towards Emmitt's, his career. All right, give me how many years Emmitt played. And what's his current, or not current, but what was his rushing yard stats? Yeah, we're pretty much wrapped it up here today, folks. I know we're just sitting here kind of doing things that were, that's interesting to us while we're on the air, but hopefully the word gets out. We get a few more subscribers. If you like it, go on the Dob And Wayno Show, subscribe. It's free. Click the little bell for notifications that you'll know when we're going on, when we're changing dates, if we do.
He played 15 seasons.
All right, so Emmett played 5 more years than Barry, because Barry left
And
early.
Emmitt Smith played 15 seasons for the Cowboys and Cardinals.
Yeah, he had a couple. I think it was the latter. It was the latter year.
He had 4,409 carries for 18,355 yards,
So wow.
515 catches for 3,224 yards, and scored 17 touchdowns.
Emmett was another one with good hands out of the backfield. That proves it right there. 300 and some catches for 5,000 yards out of the backfield. All right, so he plays 5 more years and gets 3 more thousand yards, which really 5 into 3,000, 600 yards a season average or something like that. Guaranteed, Barry played 5 more years, he would have exceeded that
Yeah.
if he stayed healthy. Now he was
Right.
with a team where not if
And
he
that's
was where
with
he
a
was
shitty
at.
line.
Not if he was where he was at, but yes, right. And we keep saying shitty. I mean, some of these things he did on his own when you see him make the moves. Some were holes that developed, and he was a patient runner. He wasn't kind of run right through the line. He kind of got to that point, and he made you think, is he going left? He going right, guys? Where's he going? You don't know where he's going. Trust me. You need to watch. If you ever get a chance to see film clips of Barry Sanders running, you need to look at it, because there's nobody runs like this today. Now DeAndre Swift will give you the illusion of a little bit of that. He's not a Barry Sanders. He just looks like he runs kind of like that way when he gets to the line.
Yeah, make sure you say that he's not Barry Sanders.
Not a Barry Sanders.
We'll get bashed.
No, not by all. The style of running is a little bit like it.
Right.
You know who else was kind of like it? And then he was a douche and left Pittsburgh. That last Pittsburgh running back they had, it was good. And then he decided, I'm not playing because you're not giving me my money, and I'm not. He got to the line, always very patiently waited before he made that.
The big bulldozer.
No. He was good. Bettis was the bus. I can't. You'd have to Google past Pittsburgh running backs in the past.
We'll have to break that down.
10 years.
Something to talk about next week.
Yeah, okay, something for us. But he was a runner that was like, I can't think of it. He left on his own terms because he didn't want the contract, and they weren't going to pay. Bell. There it is.
Yeah.
What was his first name? I can't think of his first name.
That I don't.
Something Bell. I'm just pointing out type of runners. Nobody's the caliber of Barry Sanders. Emmitt Smith, close to that, yes, and stayed 5 more years. Barry got out because he couldn't take it anymore. He was just tired of losing and tired of not. You can't. It gets to you after a while. He left on his own terms, and I don't think he wanted. I think it was kind of, in a way, it was good. Left on his. He didn't want to leave as a cripple. He didn't want to be all banged around and have a lot of problems down the road. Emmitt stayed healthy most of his career. He never really had any bad injuries that kept Emmitt out.
What was that one running back, Brown? You said. What was his first name?
Jim
Brown.
Jim Brown. Bell. Who was the? I can't. Bell. Davius Bell? Nah, not Davius Bell. Something Bell. Wow, poop.
And here's something you guys do. We'll talk about running backs, and we'll get we'll put a thing out there about
I'm done.
who you think the best running back in the NFL was.
We'll put a poll out there,
Yeah.
more or less for anybody that wants to chime in.
So go on our
Running
Facebook
back
page,
for Pittsburgh that
or
was
text
Maxine Bell.
Dob, text me. You can even go on the YouTube channel and comment on that, and we can look at those. Who your favorite running back is, and we'll look it up. We'll look up all the stats, and then we'll figure out what the stat wise who the best running back was, and then we'll put a poll out of the top 3.
That's gonna take long. Le'Veon Bell.
Le'Veon.
Le'Veon. Well, it says the way he would say it would be Le'Veon.
Dude,
Le'Veon Bell.
damn.
Anyway,
But
he was good though. I think if Bell had the right up here, just like the goofball that was a wide receiver for Tampa Bay that walked off the field and went berserk, Brown or whatever. Who was he?
Oh, he played for the Steelers too.
Yeah. And the Steelers seem to have a problem with the guys up here. What's the deal? Ain't saying much. Remember him? He took his shirt off. Antonio Brown took his jersey off and went. Who does all? Where do you get these guys? He was very talented. and could have been one of the best receivers in the. If he had a sane mind and started and went 15 years, I'll guarantee he'd be up there with T.O. and all them as far as receiving. But he didn't.
No, he's out of the league.
Head case. Yeah, he's out of. Yeah, exactly.
All right, we're
All right, we're gonna wrap it up. Talk about some other things next week. We got some things we're gonna work on, which is good. But like I said, keep following. If you watch it later, tell somebody about it. Not much more to say. We're on the verge of getting a contract with Snapple.
And the cat was not injured during this show.
We're on the verge of getting a big contract with Nike.
Yeah.
But
so we'll be on 4 nights a week then.
But first, we're talking to Tasty Cake right now. See if we can get them to sponsor us.
We just can't call it Tasty Cake Studios because
no. I mean, we have to wait till we get the rights to Tasty Cake. Tasty Cake. I can't even.
Yeah,
talk.
we're on the roll now. We're going to be bigger than WIP.
Yeah, and you probably won't hear it first from us, but you'll get to hear it second, and it'll refresh your memory about all the knowledge that we give. Well, we already know about all that stuff. If you'd call in, we'd have something to talk about. But those that want to critic, they're not caller-inner type people. They're not. They do their thing, and that's fine, right? We don't have to, but you got guys like we got Ralph and Sharon and Jimmy, and there's a couple of. I know there's the 3 I named now. AJ's called in the past, and
we gotta get to him in here on the show. Both of them, Ralph and AJ. Sometimes.
And what's their reason? What's their claim to fame? Well, AJ,
bowling.
AJ, I forgot. No, AJ's a cornhole player. I
Nah,
forgot to mention he won the tournament down at Shipyard.
Oh,
The
really?
last tournament they had.
We're still live.
I know. Well, I'm saying shout out to AJ. I should have shouted it out earlier on. I know that was a while ago.
We'll do that next
Well,
week.
that was weeks ago, a couple. But yeah, him. I don't know who his partner was, but he won the Shipyard cornhole tournament down there. And now my son, the tournament that they just had at Shaw's last Saturday, was it? Ryan and his partner came in. Ryan and Chris Shaw, he was partner with, came in second.
That's cool.
I'd asked him who won that, and he never said nothing to me. Probably say you don't know him anyway. Here we go. There's AJ still watching. I don't like talking. Thank you much for the shout out. Yeah, why? You talk so good. You're a teacher, and he doesn't like talking. Understood.
He doesn't like talking, but he even ran for township committee.
Oh. He's all right. He's just not but it's fine. Don't worry about it. I mean, I'm just messing. We like talking to you when you did, but that's cool. So AJ says Aiden W. He's from Gloucester County, I believe. That's who AJ had. And then who Ryan and Shaw lost to was Rich Herman and Terry, whoever, like I said. Rich Herman. Is he that good? I know him. Rich Herman. Wow. So that's who won it. I wasn't there. Didn't attend. I can't be playing anyway. I still don't have, I'm still never. Knee feels good and ain't that problem. I just don't feel like playing because I don't have good balance and I haven't played in years. Don't feel like standing that long. His dad passed away this past week. Ridge, that is. Yes, I did remember my ex-boss from ABM, Linda. I think she mentioned to me that Ridge's father passed away this past week. I didn't know it. His dad actually worked for GCA there at the schools before I got there. And that was 11 years ago. His dad had worked there. He was a custodian there at the high school, but he was gone before I started. Just not too much longer, but he wasn't there when I got there. So, but I knew. And Ridge actually worked for Ridge Herman. Started out for GCA, and he worked there. Just wasn't his gig, but he was with us. So anyway, yeah, long show. Good talking to everybody. Everybody chimed in. Let's just hope we build this fan base and build a few more people somehow once we get our business cards out there, moving things along. And in the spring, we'll be doing a remote in the spring at Jacob's Pizza in Ballsboro.
Yep.
Shoot for that. There'll be other things we're going to do, but once again, I don't think it would have worked out if we'd have done it out at Shaw's because he was saying, where are you going to get the Wi-Fi from, dude? And their Wi-Fi is very sketchy out there.
And if they had music
Very
playing in the background, that's
Yeah, and he's got, if they had music, it would have to have been a whole different. It's a good idea, but not, it would have been fun if it worked. I just don't think it would have, the setup would have been any good that way for us.
Well, the Wi-Fi we
So-
could have ran off of my mobile.
You said
hotspot.
that. I don't, yeah, well, we could have hotspotted it. You're right. I forgot all about that too.
But the biggest thing is the music.
If you're having music in the, but anyway, good deal. Eagles off this week. Go Birds next week. We start with KC, right?
Yep, KC, Buffalo. and
Home or
Niners.
away with the Kansas City game?
Oh, I think it's away. I think we play in Kansas City.
And this isn't something we really had to know this week because since it's a bye week, it's not anything. But let me shoot real quick. It's in Kansas City. You're right. It is a 8:15 game, so it's the 8:00 game. Is it Sunday night?
Yeah, probably. Or is it
November.
Monday?
It's November 20th. I don't know. Hold on. Calendar. November 20th is a Monday night game. All right, so they play Kansas. I hate the Monday night games. They're so late. I wish they started at 7. If they started at 7, it'd be great.
Yeah.
7 o'clock because it's done by 10. Really,
Right.
3 hours. Anyway, it's an 8:15 game Monday night in Kansas City, so it's gonna be a tough one. Step up, and we'll see how it goes.
Let's go.
I think we can win this, but I want to see better coverage on the D-backs. I want to see better coverage. Terrible coverage.
I hate to say this, man, but they've had a whole bye. They've had 2 weeks to prep for this game, and I'm telling you, they're still going to play.
But aren't the Eagles good now? Here's the thing. I'm just remember in my mind the Eagles being really good coming off the bye week.
Yes, they are good coming off.
And a winning percentage good coming off the bye. So that doesn't mean they're going to win, but chances are in our favor. When Andy coached the team, they were always good coming off the bye week when he coached. So, hey, it's going to be Sirianni versus Reed.
Again.
Hurts versus Holmes.
Again.
Kelsey versus no Goddard.
Again.
Kelsey versus a backup.
Again.
Having a good time.
Again.
Again.
All right, we're out.
All right, we're going to wrap it up. Thanks for watching, AJ and company, and Ralph chiming in. Good talking to you. We will talk to you next Sunday.
Yep.
All right, later, guys.
Peace.